Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
Hi, I'm Simon and I'm playing Huggy Bear.
Hi, I'm Al and I'll be playing Maverick.
Hi, I'm Jack and I play Tycoh.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'll be playing Sunshine.
And my name is Rhydian, I am the GM. If you would like any bonus content, a link to our living campaign map can be found in the show notes, along with a link to our Discord where you can get occasional bonus episodes, and if you'd like to add locations to the map or just ask us questions, you're welcome to join us there. If you stick about for a few seconds at the end of the episode, we also have a question for you as well. The following content may contain themes and materials not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Before we dive into the episode, here's some pay data on another one of the Shadowrun podcasts out there for you to listen to.
2081 has been a hell of a year for St. Louis, Missouri. An astral anomaly left a 2-mile radius around downtown a toxic hellscape, and the residents have been left to pick up the pieces, but the hits just keep on coming. At the center of it all are the glitches, a Shadowrunning team made up of Bianca the Face, aka Eris, Val the Technomancer, aka Binary, Joe the Muscle, aka Collateral, and Jet the Sneak Thief, aka, well, Jet. Some of us are better than others at sticking to a code name. The girls attempt to navigate the criminal elements of the St. Louis streets, all while looking out for themselves, each other, and the people they love.
If you want more of the glitches, feel free to drop into the Gamers Table Discord or check us out on the socials at Resting Glitchface. You can find us on all major podcatchers or check out our Patreon. Thanks for listening.
Runners will often plan a run to death, but sometimes you just have to say, frag it and get on with it with what you have. Wait, Huggy, come back! Tycoh, you woke up at about 6 a.m. the next day after a night of booze, and jazz and nitro with a new tattoo in the corner of the Saw's bar with a face covered in mud from where you face planted in a puddle, a shot glass, a shotgun with one cartridge in it, and a tramp stamp of the Saw's gang tag.
Do I get to keep the shotgun?
No.
Oh.
I don't trust you with it.
Oh. I've not even got any weapons skill to misuse it with.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Saws saw you pick it up like a 1950s housewife would pick up cat turd off the carpet and then took it off you immediately. You then got a ride back from their yard with skid marks and survived, and you arrived home at around about 8 a.m. We'll make a start from there. While Tycoh was on his way back from the Saw's yard with skid marks, he arrived around about 8 a.m. What, if anything, were the rest of you up to overnight?
Huggy will be catching up on sleep.
Yeah, fair. Sleep is an acceptable answer here.
Because that's the drone finally fixed up with the needle.
Alright, so you've had about 4.5 hours sleep. You're not doing great, but you're functional.
What's everyone else up to?
Probably also sleeping like a sensible person.
Well, you weren't doing anything last night, were you?
Once Sunshine got finished, no I wasn't.
I've opened my, like the lockable sort of sleeper trunk chest in my flat to get the real copy out, to make myself real copy, to attempt to make myself feel a bit more human. That's probably all I'm fit to be doing at the minute.
Yeah, I'll look up what your come down is. I'll come back to that in a few seconds. Sunshine, you doing anything overnight?
Don't think so. Going to bed, I think, and idly browsing to see if there are any, how much would it cost to rent a flat of my own?
Fair.
It's going well then.
What was he on again? He was on Ham and Jazz, I think?
Cram and Nitro, I think. No, it was Jazz and Nitro, because they had the same...
Yeah, it was Jazz and Nitro.
Jazz, as a come down, gives you disorientation,
Yep.
and Nitro gives you 9 stun unresisted.
Which is why he fell unconscious immediately.
Yeah, so you've slept that off. I'm going to say you've still got a little bit of the disorientation. You're not feeling particularly with it right now, but you just feel like shit. You've got a hangover. It's a fun day.
I made the coffee in the cafetiere. I poured it into the mug, picked up the mug, opened the bin, and threw the coffee mug in, and was like, wait, that was not a tea bag I just threw in there.
Oh dear.
That was my good mug and my good coffee. And then, I just stood there fully for 6 whole minutes, staring at my empty hand.
I have never had a morning like this, honest.
I have. I, the player, have done that very thing.
I'm going to pretend I haven't.
All right, so it's about 8. Probably about, by the time Toyga gets up to his flat and makes himself a cup of coffee, it's about 8:30 in the morning. What's everybody else up to?
Sleeping on the sofa.
It's going well then.
That's what I said.
I think at this point, Luna and Sunshine are just pointedly avoiding each other.
It's going well then.
Well, that's the name of the episode.
Hopefully only referring to Sunshine's personal life.
Yes, it doesn't bode well.
We'll find out.
So, Man's gonna send a message to the team group chat saying, Huggy, how did your drone maintenance go? Anyone got anything else to report?
Huggy will send a picture of the workshop as it is right now, before she's finished sort of hiding everything up, which is at the very center is the drone that has been cleaned and, set up, looks brand new with the needle in it. And then in increasing sizes of piles around it, just pools and then bits, bits of wire, and then larger tools that she's had to move around to get hold of things. It almost looks like a runic thing, where you've got these different levels of sizes of bits slowly extending from the center of this tiny little drone.
Are you starting a cult, Huggy?
It might be easier than fixing this thing again.
Toyga, it's all in lowercase, there's no punctuation or anything. The chainsaw's fucking rot, Nitro fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, they let you do Nitro?
I think it was Nitro. There was another thing that was blues or rock or jazz, possibly. That wasn't great either.
Sounds like you had a pretty good night.
Oh, it was fabulous. That skid marks guy is great fun to help go on a ride along with. But yes, I'm going to go set up my IV of coffee now. Please message me in an hour and check if I've died.
You went for a joyride with skid marks.
And live to tell?
No replies.
Are the two of you married now? Because that's the sort of thing that seems can only end in either death or marriage.
No replies, just...
Why not both?
Only coffee.
So what day is it today?
So it's currently the 25th of August. Right now, your target will be having a strategy meeting at the Queens County Republican Party headquarters.
Right. What is the public school that he's going to later?
She was a public academy.
It's not that is in a D-rated area.
Ooh. But it's corp, so it's probably high security.
Yeah. But that trying to hit him in a D-rated area is a hell of a lot easier than trying to hit him in a higher rated area.
But he's still awake.
Yeah. Do you want to try and send him to sleep? That's a thing that Toyga can do.
Is that a thing you can do?
That'll be obvious. That'll be horribly obvious. If he falls asleep at a speaking engagement.
But the point is that, what do you think you think that hitting... Okay, so when he's asleep, yes, that's all well and good. But when he's asleep will be when he's at home, when he has all of his security over him. It might be easier to get blood out of him, but it's going to be almost impossible to get it home to him.
It's a moot point. I can't make people sleep in a subtle way, and also that terrifying guardwoman would absolutely notice and rip me apart. The state I'm currently in, I'd probably thank her as well.
I think that this meeting at Briarwood is one of our best opportunities to try and get the blood. We send the drone in invisible. The Shiavase school will be... It's in a D-rated area, so we can rock up right next to it without there being quite so much notice. What is this school known for, if anything? Can I find the website?
Yeah, if you want to do a matrix search on it.
I'd like to make a suggestion that we get there long before he's due to appear, and they'll probably have a stage laid out already. Either attach the drone to the underside of the podium or put it on the outside of the school behind where he's going to be standing.
If they haven't already secured the site, they're not doing security properly.
This is a school visit, so it's quite possible that he's not just doing a speech, he's doing us to walk around and shaking hands, that sort of stuff. Right, so I'm going to do a search. Matrix.
That's fine.
Browse. That's 4 hits.
All right. You find a bit of information online. You end up chatting to somebody on Jackpoint. The first person you mention this to on Jackpoint just replies with, "It's an underfunded Drekky public school in a Drekky part of town. Why do you care?" But you do find out a bit more. You find out that Briarwood, where the school is an armpit, but it's an armpit that's conveniently close to the Borough Hall of Queens, so the corpos and politicos love using it for photo ops and to be seen with the people, just so long as they don't have to spend too long around them, you know?
That is perfect.
The security of the school is a bit of a joke. They have a couple of school security officers with pistols, locking doors, and an intercom as a stop towards stopping an active shooter, and that's about it. You really think the Corps and Borough Hall give a frag about a school full of poor kids, half of whom are metas?
No, I don't. That sounds like the perfect opportunity.
The school I went to had an army of drones, a slightly smaller army of spirits, and armed guards patrolling the halls. And we still managed to smuggle drugs in. This place is going to be a cakewalk.
The school that I went to was a farm.
You guys all finished school?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to uni.
So
When
did
did I?
Well,
Oh.
college, not uni.
Oh. Okay.
I assume from your comments that you didn't.
No.
That's fair enough. It was a waste of my parents' money.
Best waste of my parents' money that there ever was.
That's because wasting your parents' money, Tiger, is funny. Also impossible.
The fun part is trying to get them to notice. Like, 6 million went missing out of one of Mum's accounts one time, and we literally did not notice.
That's more money than I think my parents ever had.
I think it might have been my cousin Hannah, but I can't be certain.
6 million.
Yeah, adjusted for inflation.
6 million. Imagine what you could do with 6 million.
I can't.
Retire from this life of crime.
That's a lot of Nova Coke.
That's the first place your mind goes, Huggy.
Well,
Huggy, that is too much Nova Coke. Unless you're planning to go into wholesale.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, that's like you're starting up a small drug smuggling business.
That's a large drug smuggling business.
Comparatively small.
Yeah, for starter investment capital, that's like pretty decent.
So, the school.
No, sidetracking.
So, they're smuggling drugs into... No, wait, no. We are...
We're smuggling things out of a school. Namely,
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah, I think that Oh, there's so many ways we could do this. I think the best way to do this is set up outside the school, get the drone already inside, invisible, and then...
Problem with making the drone invisible is that it's then magic.
That is true. The problem with making it visible is it's then visible.
It is small.
Yeah.
It can be hidden.
So, yeah, I suppose I can hide this drone into the air ducts fairly easily.
Shall we all go over there and have a look?
Yeah, might as well.
I might be able to hide it in the school's background count, honestly, if it's high enough.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
To the Huggy-mobile.
Someone come and collect me, please. I will try and fall out my window and land near the van.
So unless you're planning on one of us being able to cast Levitate, I think you're probably doing this wrong.
Either I will cast Levitate successfully and save myself, or I will die. Either way, I will be happy.
We're coming over there. We may bring a trampoline, because it sounds like you're not alright.
Do we need to Narcan you again, Tiger?
No, that would have no effect on me whatsoever.
The fact you're saying again.
Twice was enough.
It was funny the first time. Think how funny it'll be the second time.
Twice is enough for one life for him.
Especially because he's got no opiates in his system. Fuck knows what it'll do.
Actually nothing.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Doesn't even make you feel shit.
Wouldn't do anything to Toyger. He'd probably be a bit tired and out of it for a bit. Me, it would make me feel awful.
So anyway, where are you driving over from, Huggy? Your place?
Yeah. That's why I've been working on the drone, on the new one.
All right. So
Via mine, via Tigers, via Sunshine's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this conversation's been happening around about 8:30. So I'll say that picking up Toyger and getting yourself over to the school will take about an hour and a half. So you can get there for about 10 o'clock. So he's officially speaking still at the strategy meeting.
So it's 11:30. We've arrived at the school. Does anything jump out at us when we look at it?
Driving over there, Briarwood is an absolute fragging Drek hole. It's not quite as bad as where you live, Huggy, but it's pretty bad. So it's got the massive concrete brutalist 30-story plus blocks that you're used to. In this area, most of them are probably around 40. Some of them are hitting 60. Jammed side by side, think like Hong Kong, modern Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And you can actually see a couple of people on, you're guessing about the 20th of two buildings, shouting across the street to each other, having a conversation. The first 3-4 floors of every single building is like commercial, like shops, malls. There's a few places where they've got like doctors' offices in them, that kind of thing. So no space at all in this area is wasted. But yeah, there's not a lot of daylight getting at the ground. The area around the school, it's one of the few bits that's actually got some open space. The school is big. It basically occupies a city block. Are you pulling up out the front? Are you driving around the block? What are you doing?
He's not here yet, correct?
No, but could I get perception checks from people?
Absolutely. That's 3 hits from Huggy.
3 from Toyger.
5 from Mav.
4 from Sunshine.
All right, so those of you with 3, there is a pretty hefty police presence here. There's a lot of cop cars about, more than you'd expect for this area. You do see a couple of big NYPD City Master vans, and you see a couple of mob masters as well. Sunshine, you're seeing at least one van that there's no markings on it, but yeah, that's definitely Flowers by Irene.
Blah?
Acronym.
Oh. Okay.
And Mav, you can see the snipers on top of a couple of the buildings.
Well, good thing we weren't hired to kill him.
I mean, I think we could probably still handle that reasonably easily.
And get out of it the other end.
Not here if you want to get away.
I mean, we would not get him here. We would just do the same thing as we've done every other time and, smash a truck into him.
We go through party buses at an awful rate.
We've only done that twice.
That is twice more this year than in the entire preceding 26 of my life.
Anyway, let's see if we can't see a spot where they've got... I'm going to send up Huggy. See if I can scout out a good point to...
Okay. Just to give you a little bit of background, the school itself is it's about 4 stories tall, plasticrete that's been painted white. It's largely built around that track and field sports centre in the middle of it. It's actually quite well equipped. It's clearly a massive school. There must be probably 2,000-3,000 kids go to this school. Hundreds and hundreds of the screaming little Drek heads.
Let's send in Tiger, it'll be fun.
I mean, it would be highly comedic right up until he got shot.
I don't see a problem here.
I would be having tremendous fun. I've never traumatized that many children at once.
Yeah, corporate New Year, and they'll have spent an absolute fortune on the building and absolutely nothing on its upkeep, staff, teaching materials.
Fur coat and no knickers, is it?
What?
Why is that your go-to analogy, Tiger?
I mean, I can work out what it means, but it's a weird way of phrasing it.
I mean, it's pretty direct, I've felt, and it's a beautiful fur coat, and the person wearing the fur coat isn't wearing any knickers and has, urine dribbling down the inside of her leg because she's been drinking for 4 days.
Rem?
But enough about my granny, let's go back to the run.
Oh, dude.
Tiger.
She didn't let being 96 get in the way of being a sex pest.
Should I take away Edge for that comment? 4 shots fall, everybody dies. Too much psychological horror, this isn't a Cthulhu game.
Anyway, while Huggy's doing her dronerific, all singing, all dancing gun show, I'm going to magically assess the building, and as much as possible.
Call this a perception check for magical perception, astral perception rather.
3 hits.
Yeah, there's 2 quite high force spirits hovering above the building quite high up. And you can also see that's an astrally projecting mage. There's also around the school you can see lots and lots of astral signatures, like thousands of the little buggers.
This is interesting.
Bear in mind that a human has an astral signature.
So this is interesting. They've got a couple of big spirits keeping watch, which isn't all that impressive, but there's somebody astrally projecting watching the school. He's going to be after doing that in shifts, because without his shoes for too long, there's no way he's getting back in. Yeah, if you want to make the thing invisible, it's going to get lost in this mess, a spell that small. I can even sort of lowball it and make it just sort of difficult to look at.
GM, does that track with the rules?
Not really. The spell would have
fine.
your astral signature, and it would look out of place. It would look like a spell rather than a child's astral signature.
That takes sensing, though.
Yes.
And if they're sensing every one of the 1,000 signatures...
True, but it's your risk to take.
Indeed. If someone senses the drone, it will be obviously a spell.
And that is out of place.
I mean, we can try. If it fails, what do we lose? Small drone and 1 attempt?
some money the time it took to repair the drone into?
Das drone took me 8 hours and 1 dose of psyche to put together, so...
Huggy, you have psyche?
I had psyche.
You and I will be having a conversation later. The thing that's very concerning for me is that this is going to be... Whoever senses that drone and sees it is going to have my magical signature on file from that point going forward. It's not a real concern, but, it just means that if I have to do anything similar in future, there's going to be a through line.
I think it's worth a shot. I mean, we shoot our shot. If it doesn't work, we try again somewhere else.
Yeah. I would like to retrain the drone because it was expensive and took a lot of time to get to work. But,
We've got a very limited number of
if we can't.
8-hour windows for Huggy to build new drones before we run out of time.
Yeah, but if this doesn't work, then we get the doctor's surgery to stick him, and we just intercept the blood sample.
I say we give this a solid go.
Yeah. I think that's our best idea.
We're here now.
Before we go any further, I would like to sense the magician and see if they're familiar.
Go ahead.
3 hits.
It's not an astral signature you've seen before. They seem to be healthy. Their emotional state is alert but bored, would be the best description of it. You have not seen their aura before, and they are... You're magic 6, aren't you? They're
5.
magic... You're magic 5.
I never quite got up to 6. It'll be after the end of this run, I think I'm finished
that's fine.
running that.
So, your magic 5, their magic feels roughly similar to your own.
Okay, that's... As long as it's not the scary woman, it's fine.
How much did you find out about her? Because you sensed her before, didn't you?
She was more magical than I was, of radiant health, and...
Right, you would know she's an adept, then.
Hyper-focused as well, like... Predator on prey focused.
Yeah, I mean, that bitch will frag you up, and not give it a second thought.
But if she's an adept, she didn't cast the mana barrier.
No, there was a wage mage knight errant tit doing that.
Nah.
He had a face like a constipated beaver, it was awful.
How have you seen a constipated beaver, Tiger?
I'm using my imagination, Maverick. It's a thing some people have.
Jack, where the fuck do you pull this shit from?
Do you really want to know? Do you really want to look into that place?
No, I would rather not.
The morbid part of me wants to say yes, the sensible part says no.
Part that doesn't want to spend a few weeks in the Royal Ed recovering.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going to start trying to find a way of getting the dragonfly in.
Okay. So how are you going about this?
First of all, I'm going to send up Huggy to scout out I'm going to go and scout out the area via Huggy.
Okay, so could you give me a piloting roll for Huggy? Are you doing this hot or cold sim? I take it you're fully rigged.
Yeah, I will do this hot sim.
Yeah.
3 hits.
So I'm going to use your infiltration roll there as the threshold for the security to try and spot you. I'm going to roll 3 different archetypes against it and just see if they spot your drone, and we'll go from there based on what happens.
Is this for Huggy or for... What did we end up calling the dragonfly?
I haven't named the dragonfly yet.
Do you
I'm
have a
looking
short
up
list
the
of
names
names?
of dragons at the moment.
It's not really a dragon, it's a dragonfly.
Dragons can fly.
Yeah, but so I've been trying. I tried to find that's.
I vote for Arden. They're my favourite great dragon.
Naming a tiny micro drone after a great dragon seems wrong.
Well, I'm already human, so Arden already wants me dead, so... They're the prettiest.
All right. So as you pilot your drone over, are you just parked on a nearby street? Where are you parked exactly?
I will just have the car continuing to sort of go around the local area.
Yep. Cool. So you're driving around, and you've just put it on the auto grid guide, and you're flying as the dragonfly, and you find yourself drifting over the school grounds. You do, and you're going up to the main building of the school, like the main entrance area. You do have one slightly hairy moment where it looks like one of the NYPD guys you think spots you. Is he looking at me? Is he? Oh, thank God, he's just looking at the guy behind me. Woof! And you manage to get in through the door, and you've flown up onto the ceiling, upside down, just hooked onto one of the next to one of the light shades.
Right. Okay. That was closer than I wanted it to be.
It's kind of controlled chaos in here right now. There's a lot of people coming and going. There's Tridio cameras being set up. There's a lot of security. There's one point where one of the newsfeed guys seems to be having some sort of argument with one of the security guys, and the security guy just smacks him in the gut with the back end of his rifle, and he gets thrown out the door.
Right. So that's how it's going then.
I wonder if any of the kids got the day off.
I suspect the trouble ones.
By which you mean the short, tusky, or pointy-eared ones?
Possibly.
So are you just waiting in the entranceway, or are you gonna go elsewhere, or anything like that?
I'm going to... You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to wait on the ceiling. I'm going to wait on the wall.
Because it makes you feel less unwell.
That means I can call right... So my current aim, to make it explicitly clear, is to try and, land on his shoe or on his trouser leg, and then, creep under the trouser leg, take the blood, and then fuck off.
Alright, so you're waiting a little while because it's still kind of early and it's going to take some time. The security ramps up whilst you're waiting. There's more and more turning up, coming and going. Those of you in the van, I imagine, are you driving past the school, or are you?
What did Huggy program us to do?
Yeah.
They're driving just around.
All right.
Keeping me in easy... I know that noise isn't a thing, but, keeping me in easy range so I'm not getting too much noise.
That's fine.
Between me and the drones.
So you can pick the drone up quickly if we need to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, but, I will need to get it out of the school so I have some time to tell the van to get to the school as quickly as possible. I'm staying within a block of the school.
Okay. So it takes a little while, and after a while, there's a lot of kids troop through this area and go outside, and they're setting up a little podium, and you see a lot of staff coming out, stuff like that. When it comes time for him to arrive, the limo draws up, and the big man himself gets out, preceded by a very scary, serious-looking young woman in a hijab, as well as there's a young man with them who's just constantly on his phone, just looking around, talking to everybody, and dragging photographers around to move them into a position to take photos, that kind of stuff.
We found the campaign manager.
And there's a double row down each side of the steps that lead up, and the walkway that lead up to the entrance to the school of the school kids. They're primary school, elementary school kids. And they all start singing in that classic... It's kind of cute, but one of those little bastards is off key. That just scratches. Ugh. You do actually see one of the teachers walking behind and just quietly reach over and just put a hand over one child's mouth.
Right. So while all this is going on, I'm going to try and sneak the drone into... Should I try and get it to the podium?
Your call.
Your drone.
Yeah, so I'm going to drop it down to the actual floor and try and sort of like snake it towards the podium itself.
Is this happening on the sports field, I'm guessing?
The steps that go up to the entrance down at the bottom.
Right with you now.
So roll me your infiltration there, Huggy.
That's 2 hits. I'm going to post edge that.
Okey-doke.
So that's roll another 5 dice. That's 4 hits total.
Yeah, you're absolutely fine. Nobody notices this drone kind of crawling along the floor. Everybody's too fucking busy to pay attention to the floor. You do very nearly get stepped on at one point, and as you're waiting for somebody to open the door, and you quickly scuttle out, and you're now up against the base of the podium. Toyga, while this is going on, your comlink starts ringing.
Who's calling me?
You look at the caller ID. It's Speedball. Not heard from him in a while.
Answer. Hey, Q-Ball, on a run, not doing anything terribly urgent. Can you keep it in 100 words and less?
Toyga, you know my name is Speedball. I've told you before.
I know your name's Speedball. I'm calling you Q-Ball because you're bald and it's funny.
So he just sighs and says,
Well, I was gonna call you to say I've got a job for you. I've got a meet, but if you're gonna be like that...
Oh, you know, I'm just teasing. I wouldn't bother if I didn't like you. Can you give me some of the
Why did I agree to help you escape?
I paid you handsomely and cured your hangover.
Alright, fair enough. Look, it's pretty straightforward. It's 5 PM tonight. It's at a restaurant in Manhattan, Labardin. Am I saying that right? Labardin? No, I don't care. The Johnson will give you a little bit of money to turn up. You up for it?
Absolutely. Is it a come alone situation? Can I bring a date?
Yeah, come alone. It's kind of one of these short notice things. They're offering you $2,000 just to turn up, even if you tell them to go frag themselves. But if you're going to be there, you need to be there within the next 3 hours.
I will make my way there immediately. Glad I wore my suit out today. Toyga sort of rings off the comlink and says, Guys, if you don't think you're going to be needing any magical help, I need to go. I have been contacted about a job.
You ditching us?
You're ditching us.
Sorry?
In the middle of a run.
They're offering me $2,000 to show up, even if I tell them to fuck off.
It's a trap.
Oh, it's obviously a trap, but I'm extremely competent.
And you want to go alone to this meet?
I'm a shaman of cat, dear. I'm never alone.
You could be less alone. You could be less not alone.
So, as you say this, Toyga just sort of smiles and his eyes twinkle a little bit, and then you notice that he's casting more than one shadow. And one of the shadows is like a little cat with porcupine spines, and the other one is a huge sort of theropodoid dinosaur with claws. And then, as soon as you notice it, the shadow seems to sort of retreat back into Toyga's shadow.
Neat trick.
So while this is going on, Huggy, wow, oh god, those kids are adorable but bad. And you...
Considering turning the drone's ears off, but at the same time, I need to know what's being... Oh god, I wish I could just tune them out.
Do you know what you need?
Huggy is going to spend a couple of seconds looking if she can try and find the frequency that they're singing at, so she can just tune out that.
What you need is a select sound filter.
Do you have ECCM, electronic countermeasures? It's basically anti-electronic warfare.
Unfortunately not. I didn't install it. That was going to be one of the things that I was going to install on the drone, but I haven't had it.
That's one of your skills, not the drone skills.
Right.
Because you're...
I do have ECCM.
Yeah, so I'll use that for this, because you're trying to tune out a frequency.
Lucky little shit. When I was at school, the choir mistress was armed with a taser.
So that's 2 hits.
Good enough. You're only trying to tune out a frequency. You're not exactly like trying to stop a decker hacking your Drek. It's all good. So yeah, you stand there for a while, or sit there as a dragonfly, and you eventually see a pair of feet in front of you.
Does it look like the gentleman in question's feet?
I don't know, roll perception.
Or listen to him introduce himself at the podium.
So that's a one hit.
Nah, it's the headmaster. He's introducing himself. He's an old Japanese dude.
Right, okay.
So yeah, there's a little bit of a speech, and we're very proud to have Mr. Evan Harper here today. All of the kids are really excited to see you. This is such a good opportunity for Briarwood Shiawase Public Academy, yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. Waffle, waffle. And I give you Mr. Evan Harper. And another pair of shoes appears in front of you. And there's a lot of clapping and I'm very happy to be here today. Such young, lovely children, blah, 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 blah. Platitudes, politics.
Poke him.
Right, okay. In that case, I'm going to try and sneak onto his shoes.
All right, let me grab his perception. So for this, because this is not visual, I'm going to say that this is... You don't get the -6 here. Because this, you're going off, can he feel the drone? Actually, I'll have it. I'll give you a negative, put him at a -3.
Right. So I'm rolling response and...
Yeah, so it'll be your response rating.
So response plus 2. Oh, shit. Right, I need to spend that last edge.
Let me roll first, buddy. So I'm going to be nice. He got 0 hits to your 1.
Okay.
So yeah, you managed... No, I'm not going to narrate this. What's happening, Huggy?
Right, so he's standing in front of the podium. This little fly-sized drone is sort of sitting on the underside of the podium, of the bottom of the podium. It drops from the podium onto his feet and then quickly scuttles over his shoe and up onto the sort of underneath his trouser leg, onto his sock underneath the trouser leg. It then sort of positions itself to stab the needle through the fabric of the sock into his leg.
Okay, so I need to work out how we're doing this. Do you have any medical knowledge or first aid or anything like that, Huggy? First aid is an active skill, as is medicine.
No, I don't.
Okay, so I'm going to count this as defaulting then.
Yes, that seems reasonable.
The way I'm going to go about this is using your response. Because you're defaulting, it'll be response -1.
Yeah.
Plus, it would be plus medicine or first aid, but you don't have either of those, against his perception to see if he feels it.
Right.
And again, and for this, because this is literally, there's something being shoved into my leg, I'm going to say there is no penalty to him perceiving this.
Yeah, this is like an insect bite.
Yeah.
You might consider pre-edging this. I know it's your last point of
I
edge.
think I will.
+1 because hot sim.
Yes, it'll be +1 because hot sim. Thank you, Mav.
I am here to give my teammates as many dice bonuses as possible by remembering the rules. And occasionally to nerf them when it's funny.
3 hits.
All right, let's roll his perception and see what happens.
Fuck.
So, Huggy.
Yeah.
Defenders win ties.
Fuck. Wait, no.
Good. Stealth
I'm
is
the defender in
defense.
this case.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
I knew that's what you were doing. You were fucking drawing that out.
Yep. So how's your heartbeat doing there, Simon?
That was not so bad. Everything's fine. Why are you asking?
Coming down from a whine to a purr.
Ach, mein Gott in Himmelstrasse. Okay.
All right, so you've now got a drone full of this dude's blood. What are you doing now?
Dropping to the floor again.
All right, so it'll be another infiltration roll, and he'll be this time at a -3 to spot you.
So that's another 3 hits.
All right, you've got 1 net hit, so you managed to get out.
Thank God this guy's distracted giving a speech.
Alrighty, and you managed to scuttle back under the edge of the podium, and it's got like legs, and you can kind of crawl up on the underside of it. So, yeah, you'll be able to just leave the drone there for a little while and collect it.
Yeah.
Either fly away in a few minutes or collect it whenever you feel like it, to be honest.
I'll wait until he's finished doing his talk and then gone and doing the photo ops somewhere else, and then I'll fly to run away.
And so he continues with politics, platitudes, and then shakes hands with the headmaster and heads into the building. The majority of the security go in as well. Are you flying away at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for this one because, frankly, they're at a -6 to see you. It's, that you're fine. So, yeah, you managed to get the fly spy back to your van with a vial full of blood.
Oh,
Nice.
I say, Huggy gets out of we'll park up somewhere. Find a stuffer shack or something with a drive-through. Grab some food, because Huggy needs a coffee.
The ice cream machine isn't working.
Is it error?
No.
I mean, I just want a coffee. I want a coffee. What size of coffee the biggest coffees that you sell?
Do you think Stuffer Shack does fragging coffee, Ome?
Stoicav.
Can you give me just caffeine in a bucket, please? The biggest volume of caffeine that you can legally sell me, I would like you to sell me.
Welcome to Stuffer Shack. How may I stuff your shack? Hot or cold?
Whatever's. You can give me a bigger
So I'm asking, do you want hot soy calf or iced soy calf to drink?
hot soy calf.
Cool. He sells you the Troll Triple XL, which it's like a modern KFC bucket just of coffee.
That and
They're legally not allowed to sell it to other metatypes.
so that and a soyrito meal.
Cool. Yeah, he does you that. Actually, no, they're totally allowed to sell it to other metatypes because they don't give a fuck about health and safety, profit,
Deregulation is the order of the day.
Thank you for spending some time with us and listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. In the meantime, stealing someone's blood is one of the more inventive runs that the team have gone on. There were a few different plans on the go here, though. We'd love to hear how you guys would have gone about it. Let us know on our Discord. Intro is More Human Than Human by Carl Casey, and the background music is also by Carl Casey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash, and all sound effects are credited in the show notes. The Tops Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. So if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit. See you next time, chummers.